Hey there. So I recently made a TikTok about missing a few items in the temple bundles still in Palia, and I recently restarted playing the game and just really trying to finish those. So I'm going to try out some tricks that people left in the comments, mostly about fishing, but also some good ones about catching the rainbow tipped butterfly, I believe it is. I think that's one of the few bugs I still have in there. So anyways, we're gonna go check out what I have left in the temple bundles. And I did finally get my apple tree fully grown, and I got 19 apples. I already had thrown in about 3 previously, just getting them from various quests, and I think maybe requesting them from other players. So I'll finally get to knock that one off. There we go. So I still need the Void Ray, which I believe is going to be in the mines with a glowworm, goldfish. Someone told me that you can get that just at the home plot, so we're going to be trying that. The long-nosed unicorn fish, I think people were saying to find that by the lighthouse and then using all of the fishing buffs that you can get. I just have the Chapa Masala and then the Phoenix Fire Rilano left here, and that's maybe I'll do a cooking party with people. I honestly haven't played with other people at all yet, so that could be new. More fish. We've got a bunch of those to go. We're doing weird stuff. Here we go. Rainbow tip butterfly. So this one is going to be a big one. Supposedly we can find this in Bahari Bay, a few different places above the mines, Pulsewater Plains. People had mentioned C8 and C7 as good locations for them, and just kind of going ham with the buzzy jars and the lures at 3 a.m. But I finally get to knock this one out. Hell yeah. Love it. Alright. That's satisfying. Still need to find an emerald. I thought they were in the gold nodes in Bahari, but they are actually in the copper nodes in Kilima. So I was just completely looking in the wrong place for those. What's this one? And then I don't know where to find this guy. Never looked. Maybe I'll look it up and we'll see if we can get him when we're looking for the butterfly. And then the hypnotic moray. Actually, I think maybe that one. Yeah, so that one is also said it's in the mines, so we can kind of look for that at the same time. Also, for the longest time, I thought the reward for finishing all the temple bundles was to get the staff that was in here, but with the new content update, I was a little disappointed to find out that I'm not gonna get the staff. So, some people were saying that the rewards for the temple bundles are not worth all the effort that goes into finding them and collecting them versus just selling those more rare items. But I am a completionist, so I have to finish it at any cost. Which is just going to be a lot of time, because I've already probably put in... What is that? Aw. Okay, never saw that before. I'll come back to it later. Oh geez, the number of, like, flagged characters on my map. No. I'm not focusing on you guys today. Alright, I'll catch back up when we're over in Bahari. So, it's midnight-ish. I say we go check out some fishing in the mines first, and then when it gets closer to 3 a.m. we'll hop up there and attempt these buzzy jars for the rainbow-tipped butterfly. See how that works out. Alright, so in here I have the hypnotic moray, which is glowworms, and the void ray, which I don't know what they take. I should know, but I guess let's hop up on some worms, and then let's see, what do I have equipped? So I have major safe zone. I don't think I need a major safe zone. Maybe I do minor rod. I am not good at not instinctually just reeling in whatever pops up to save worms. Really gotta get better at that. I have wasted so many glowworms. The other hard part with the not reeling in if it's not the fish you're trying to get is like, if I've never caught this fish, I'm not exactly sure what it's gonna look like under the water there. And some of the rays all look very similar. Alright, maybe we'll try a little bit more. Then we'll hop up and try to catch that butterfly. I might just do this on a rotation so I'm not sitting in one spot going crazy trying to find one thing for hours. Alright, let's head to C7, C8 area. Where are we at? We are currently on D7. We want to go over to C7. So the tip mentioned was to use the buzzy jars and just kind of clear out these blue butterflies because they're constantly everywhere, and you know, see how it goes.
The next morning.
Oh, shit. That kind of looks like it. Hell yeah! This is where I got the rainbow-tipped butterfly, right above the mines, kind of clearing out a lot of the pulse water plains area, and then this one popped up. Since I still had some time left on that buzzy jar, I figured I'd run over to the forest area and see if I could find some of the ancient amber beetles. I ran around for a while and all I could really find with the rare bug icons were the centipedes. So then I decided I was gonna try fishing in the rivers, see if I could get the thundering eel. I was hoping maybe this girl would start fishing with me and I could test out that multiplayer buff, and she just never moved for a few minutes, so she might have been going to get a snack or like game timed out, whatever. Anyways, didn't have any luck with the ancient amber beetle, and once that buzzy jar timer ran out, I was off to the lighthouse. Alright, so I was told to go hang out on this island by the lighthouse to try to find that long-nosed unicorn fish. So here we go. I think it might just be easier to get there from the lighthouse versus trying to jump from lower. This is picturesque. Hold her here. Alright. Let's load her up. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Nope, nope. We're gonna get it. We might lose it. I'm gonna really try not to. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Yes! Alright. We're doing good. Alright. So, we were successful in that one. Fantastic. And the butterfly. Awesome.
The next day.
So I wrangled my boyfriend into playing Palia with me for a little bit, got him away from Dune, which you've probably heard in some of the background sounds. I'll do my best to edit it out. I first wanted to try a very small version of a cooking party and chose Mujin Bahari because it was the longest time for a recipe, and I believe that that is what correlates to the skill XP. So it had a lot going on, but we got through it. I'm not really sure how they go about making sure you're both not doing the same thing or like double making some stuff. I noticed that I had chopped up a pepper and it only needs one, and then he was chopping up a pepper. Not sure. But we did get there in the end, and there was a pretty significant skill bump. So I understand that some of the ingredients probably have better uses or are hard to come by, but I had enough and I'm not using them for anything else at the moment. So we just went ahead and made a few of those, and it worked out. Up next was heading over to the rivers to try to catch that thundering eel and really start testing out that fishing buff when you are fishing with other people. And all I can say is this worked. I was not expecting it to work that fast. I've spent days, like actual days, trying to find this thundering eel with never a sighting of it. So as I was very seriously trying to save my worms and only reel in the possibly eel-looking items, my boyfriend was trying to see how far into the water he could go before drowning. Like I said, it really didn't take long, maybe only 15 minutes at our initial fishing spot before this guy showed up. And this is after, in real life days, trying to find one with no luck, so things were looking up. Next we were off to the mines to go catch the hypnotic moray and the void ray, both of which have never popped up for me. And I was using fishing brew at some point in here. I remembered to have some, and then a minor rod health boost. Andrew was going nuts trying to find different places to jump and where the boundaries of the map were, but it kept him entertained for probably again the next 15 or so minutes until the first rare fish popped up. The hypnotic moray was the first of the rare fish to pop up for us, and again, only maybe 15 minutes after coming to the spot, so got to check that one off the list. What's kind of crazy is I actually caught 3 hypnotic morays throughout all of this after not seeing them at all in 2 years of playing the game. So that's just speaking for those multiplayer, I guess, fishing proximity buffs they're doing some work on that rare fish spawn rate. A short while later, the void ray did show up, and after snagging him, we're all done in the mines. So at the end of the weekend, I knocked out, I believe, the rainbow-tipped butterfly and the long-nosed unicorn fish the first day on my own, and then the thundering eel and the 2 fish in the mines, as well as the Phoenix Fire Rolano recipe. So 7 items in one weekend, and the true winners were the buzzy jar for the butterfly. Still didn't get the ancient amber beetle, and then just fishing with other people. Honestly, I think that was the biggest difference. All the other buffs, they can help you catch a difficult fish, but I think the multiplayer buffs is really what's getting those rare fish to spawn quicker, so you're not waiting around for days and days and days for something to just randomly pop up for you. It was a good experiment, and I'm really excited. I've only got a few more to go, and then I'll finally have finished these temple bundles. Also, I know I wasn't super sure what the rewards were for these, if they were worth it in the end, and I finished my first bundle, so the Temple of the Gales bundle, completely done, and I got this really cool little tree with the bird's nest placeable for my plot. I want to thank everyone for leaving comments for me about all the tips to try out. It was super helpful and fun to kind of do an experiment with it. So if you guys have any more, please share them. If there's anything to add, if I did anything wrong, just let me know. I'm having fun with this. Thanks, guys.